Hello, I'm Steve Shaw, National Coordinator of Football Officials and Secretary Rules Editor for the NCAA. And today we're continuing our series of media videos for 2024, and we're going to be focused on game action from Week 3. Now, before we get into our video, I want to take a moment to report out on our kickoff statistics. And we get a lot of questions, especially with the NFL's kickoff rule changes. But from an NCAA perspective, our kickoff is in very good shape. From a player safety perspective, the changes we've made to the rule, limiting the run-up, the touchback out to the 25, the fair catch option, and maybe most importantly, we've eliminated double team blocks and illegal blindside blocks. And that has the injury rates on our kickoff just below that of a scrimmage down, and that's good, and that's where we want to stay. But the play remains an exciting play. There's always the option for the surprise onside kick, and our return rate is right at 30%. That's good. And we've had 7 returned all the way back for touchdowns. So the play remains an exciting play. We'll continue to monitor it as we go forward. So with that, let's get on into our video. Our first play this week is going to be an illustration of a new rule change for this season. And as we watch the play, the quarterback's going to drop back. He steps up, he throws downfield. The ball is going to be intercepted and returned back for a touchdown. Now, before this change this season, a horse collar tackle was not a foul if it happened inside the tackle box. But from a player safety standpoint, now it's a foul if the horse collar action happens anywhere on the field. And as we see the play develop, there's no question as the quarterback steps up, we see the defender, he grabs the inside back collar of the quarterback's jersey and abruptly pulls him down. So this is a correct call for horse collar tackle. And we define a horse collar tackle anytime a defender grabs the inside back or side collar of the shoulder pads or jersey or even the nameplate area and abruptly pulls the ball carrier down. It's a foul, and that's what we have here. Now, it's important to note on this play also that the foul occurs before the change of possession, before the interception. So the offense will keep the ball, and the 15-yard penalty for the horse collar tackle will be enforced from the previous spot, and it also includes an automatic first down. Play 2, we've got 4th down with less than a yard for the offense, and the line to gain is right at the 1-yard line. Now, the offense is going to run the quarterback sneak. Backfield players are going to push the runner forward, which is legal, and it's very tight. Eventually, we rule the play dead. Now, the defense rips the ball out, but the play was already ruled over. So now they're going to spot the ball and measure for the first down. And we also have a dead ball foul on this play. So as you can see, the offense, they make the line to gain by the nose of the football. And now the flag for the dead ball foul, it was an unsportsmanlike conduct foul on the offense. And we're going to see number 72 of the offense. He goes into the pile, he rips a defender out of the pile and throws him down. And by rule, after the ball is dead, any player using forcible contact to push or pull an opponent off the pile is an automatic unsportsmanlike conduct foul. So the offense had made the line to gain at the 1, but the dead ball foul will move the ball back 15 yards to the 16. But initially we have it listed as 1st and goal, as you can see here, but it's actually 1st and 10 with the line to gain at the 6. So by rule, the penalty for any dead ball foul that occurs after a first down and before the ball is made ready for play, which is what we had here, the penalty will be completed before the new line to gain is established. So it is 1st and 10 here from the 16-yard line, and the crew does correct the chains. Play 3, we see that the quarterback, he's going to throw to the back corner of the end zone, and we're going to get our hatless side judge and our back judge going up with the touchdown signal. Now, the hat off by the side judge signifies that the receiver went out of bounds. And as we go back and take a look, we see that the inside receiver to the bottom of the formation, he runs an out and up, and as he breaks downfield, he's forced out by the defender. Now, if he goes out on his own, he can't come back in and be the first to touch the ball. But if he's forced out by contact of the opponent, he can come back in and legally make the catch. And as we see here, number 6 catches a ball. It looks like he gains firm control, and he gets the left knee down inbounds in the end zone, and the officials do rule touchdown. But replay is going to stop the game to look at the play, and when the player is forced out of bounds, they can come back in and make the catch, but they must reestablish inbounds before touching the ball. And even though this player caught the ball and got the knee down in the end zone, because the receiver did not reestablish inbounds before touching the ball, that last step was out of bounds before he touched it. Replay is properly going to overturn this and make this an incomplete pass. So good job by replay recognizing that the receiver did not reestablish inbounds before touching the ball. Play 4 is a 2-play vignette, and we're going to look at pre-snap actions, which are a point of emphasis for 2024. Now, by rule, the offense, by design, has an advantage of knowing the starting signal, and the defense has an advantage as they're not limited in overall player movement. New rule language this year make it clear that any movement that simulates action at the snap by either team, offense or defense, is a foul. Now, the first play, we're going to see that the defense, they're going to stem or shift, but as they do, we see number 35, as he shifts, he pumps his arms, simulating the start of the play. And from the end zone, we can see that this is a coordinated action as the linebacker, number 18, he gives a hard count, and the defensive line shifts. And this is a foul on the defense for delay of game, a 5-yard penalty. And we see that the official explains it to the coach is talking to his other coaches about this arm pump. And so later in the game, we see another play where similarly the defensive line shifts, but this shift does not have the hand pumping action. It does not simulate action at the snap. And there's a slight flinch by the snapper. So this foul is on the offense for a false start, as the defense did not simulate action at the snap. These differences are very subtle and ultimately a judgment by the officials on the field, but the point of emphasis is designed to get a fair and clean starting signal. Play 5, the quarterback takes a snap. He throws a backward pass out to his teammate, number 4. And number 4 would be allowed to throw a forward pass, but he's going to muff the ball, and then, since he's outside the tackle box, he just throws the ball away beyond the line. But we're going to get a marker down from the crew for intentional grounding, as there was no receiver in the area. Now, by rule, we know that it's not a foul for intentional grounding if the passer is outside the tackle box and throws the pass beyond the neutral zone. But this applies only to the player that controls the snap and does not relinquish possession to another player. So this pass, even though thrown from outside the tackle box and across the neutral zone, had no receiver in the area and is a correct call for intentional grounding. Our last play this week is in response to a question we received concerning blocking below the waist and what's allowed by the defense. Now, by rule, defenders aligned in a stationary position within 1 yard of the line of scrimmage within the tackle box can block below the waist on their initial line charge. But no other blocks below the waist are allowed by the defense. And as we see here on this play, the defender's going to step up, take on the lead blocker, and he's going to cut him low. And this is a foul for a block below the waist by the defense. And since the offense scored on the play, by rule, since blocking below the waist is a personal foul, all personal fouls by the non-scoring team on plays that end in a touchdown, the penalty can be enforced half the distance on the try. It can be a 15-yard penalty on the succeeding kickoff, or it could carry over to the succeeding spot in overtime if the game was tied and playing time expired. Well, that's it for our plays this week, and we appreciate your time invested in these videos. And thank you for your comments. They're very helpful. Best of luck to all in another exciting week of college football.